Let me ask you something. Did you know there's a tiny seed often ignored on your grocery shelf that actually has more usable protein than eggs? And not just that, it may be one of the most powerful natural tools we have to reverse sarcopenia, the silent muscle wasting process that speeds up after age 50 and quietly robs you of your strength, balance, and mobility. If this topic is important to you, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more insights just like this. A significant number of people associate the progressive loss of muscle with the process of aging, viewing it as some form of inevitable fate. But the truth is, it is not age that is the true cause of sarcopenia. The reality is that this condition results from a profound loss of metabolic function. It is, at its core, a breakdown in your body's essential ability to repair, to rebuild, and to absorb vital amino acids effectively. And when your muscle fibers begin to shrink, the consequences are not limited to simply getting weaker. The effects are systemic. Your metabolism tanks, slowing to a crawl. Your insulin sensitivity experiences a significant drop, and your body's fat-burning capacity is severely diminished. This precise cascade of events is the reason why older adults often find themselves gaining fat and losing muscle simultaneously. This is a dangerous combination, a condition known in medicine as sarcopenic obesity. But here is the genuinely good news. We must understand that muscle is a metabolically active organ. It is a tissue that responds, and it responds fast, especially when you feed it correctly. And believe it or not, there is one natural food that has been persistently overlooked. We are speaking of a seed that delivers a profile of complete amino acids. This same seed provides powerful anti-inflammatory compounds and, most importantly, deeply bioavailable protein. In this video, we are going to break down exactly why most people are not absorbing protein effectively, even if they believe they are eating enough. We will reveal the specific seed that actually outperforms eggs when it comes to the amino acids required for muscle building. We will also explore the precise metabolic triggers that cause sarcopenia in the first place, and, crucially, how to reverse them naturally. It is vital to remember this key concept. Losing muscle is not a symptom of aging. It is, instead, a symptom of nutrient breakdown. And when you fix that root cause, your body possesses the capability to rebuild itself, and to do so fast. Let us explain, in detail, what is really going on inside your body when you start losing muscle after the age of 50. Most people have been led to believe that sarcopenia, the progressive loss of muscle mass and strength, is just a natural part of aging, but that is not the full picture. The loss of muscle does not begin in your muscles, rather, it begins in your metabolism. At the very root of that metabolic breakdown, there are three silent disruptors. These are insulin resistance, chronic inflammation, and mitochondrial dysfunction. Let us break these down. When you eat food, especially carbohydrates, your body releases insulin. Insulin is an anabolic hormone. Its job is to help shuttle nutrients into your cells, and this includes shuttling amino acids into your muscles. However, as you age, and particularly with poor metabolic habits, your cells become less and less responsive to that insulin. This state is what is called insulin resistance. Now, here is the critical point. If your muscles are insulin resistant, they simply cannot absorb amino acids effectively. This is true even if you are eating high-protein meals. So, instead of using that protein to rebuild muscle, your body stores it, often as fat, or it eliminates it entirely. Now, add to this scenario the chronic, low-grade inflammation that most people over the age of 50 are dealing with. This inflammation damages your muscle fibers directly, and it blocks recovery. It also raises your stress hormone, cortisol, which breaks down muscle tissue even further in a destructive process known as catabolism. Finally, we must consider the mitochondria, which are the energy factories inside your cells. These vital structures start to decline in both number and efficiency as we age. Muscle tissue is highly mitochondrial. Therefore, when mitochondrial function drops, your ability to generate energy and recover from any exercise crashes too. Think of your muscle building system using this analogy. It is like a construction site. Protein represents the bricks. Insulin is the forklift that carries those bricks to the site. The mitochondria are the workers who build the structure. And inflammation, that is the fire spreading across the job site, destroying progress every single day. So, even if you have plenty of bricks, that is, high-protein food, if the forklift is not working, the workers are tired, and the site is inflamed, absolutely nothing gets built. This is precisely why the conventional approach, which is simply to eat more protein, does not work after a certain age. It is not about how much protein you eat, it is about how your body uses that protein. Research supports this. A study published in Aging Research Reviews found that improving insulin sensitivity significantly enhances muscle protein synthesis in older adults. Another review in the year 2023 concluded that chronic inflammation reduces the muscle anabolic response by up to 30%. The point is this: if you do not fix your metabolism, you cannot fix your muscle loss. Sarcopenia is not an age problem, it is a signaling problem. And when you fix the signals, your body can rebuild muscle at any age. Here is a concept that surprises most people. You can eat plenty of protein and still lose muscle. Yes, this holds true even if you are diligently eating eggs, meat, or drinking protein shakes every single day. The root issue is that protein consumption does not equal protein absorption. And in aging adults, this gap between consumption and absorption becomes much more severe. Science confirms this phenomenon, and it has a name. It is called anabolic resistance. This refers to your body's reduced ability to turn the protein you eat into actual muscle tissue as you get older. To put this in perspective, a landmark study from 2019 in the Journal of Physiology found that seniors require nearly double the amount of amino acids at a single meal to stimulate the same level of muscle protein synthesis as younger adults. This brings us to a critical kicker. Not all proteins are created equal. Most people think eggs are the gold standard, and they are certainly good. But what research shows is that some plant-based proteins, when they are prepared correctly, actually outperform eggs in the net delivery of amino acids. This is especially true for seniors who may be dealing with digestive issues or sluggish bile flow. Here is why this occurs. Animal proteins, like red meat or even eggs, require more stomach acid and more bile to be digested properly. As we age, many people develop a condition called hypochlorhydria, which means low stomach acid. Many also suffer from poor gallbladder function. This makes it significantly harder to break down these dense proteins. Furthermore, even the cooking methods we use can destroy bioavailable amino acids. For example, overcooked eggs or processed meats may lose up to 20% of their usable protein value. So, what is the solution? What should you focus on instead? First, choose proteins that are rich in leucine. Leucine is the specific amino acid that triggers your body's muscle-building pathway. It is the ignition key for muscle growth. You need at least 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per meal to spark that process, especially in older adults. Second, you must support your digestion. You can consider adding apple cider vinegar before protein meals, or perhaps a digestive enzyme, to help your stomach properly break down protein into its usable amino acid components. Let us now reveal the seed you have been waiting for. It is small, it is versatile, and it quietly outperforms many popular animal-based proteins in one key area: bioavailable muscle-building amino acids. The seed is the hemp seed. To be specific, we are talking about raw, shelled hemp hearts. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Isn't hemp just for smoothies or plant-based diets? Not at all. What the research now clearly shows is that hemp seeds contain more usable protein per gram than eggs. This is particularly true for aging adults who are dealing with digestive decline, inflammation, or a metabolic slowdown. So, what makes hemp seeds so uniquely powerful? First, they possess a complete protein profile. This means hemp seeds contain all 9 essential amino acids that your body cannot produce on its own. More importantly, They have a naturally high concentration of the three branch-chain amino acids, leucine, acine, and BN. These three are precisely what your body needs for muscle repair and growth. A 2020 comparative analysis found that hemp protein had a digestibility rating comparable to egg whites when raw. Second, hemp seeds are highly digestible, even for those with low stomach acid. Unlike dense meat or whey, hemp seed protein is alkaline forming. It is easy on the liver and does not require heavy amounts of bile or stomach acid to be broken down. This is absolutely crucial for seniors who may be dealing with bloating, reflux, or sluggish digestion. Third, they are rich in adenosine, a unique, muscle-friendly protein. Over 60% of the protein in hemp seeds is adenosine. This is a globular protein that closely resembles human blood plasma, making it more recognizable and more usable by your body than other plant or even animal proteins. Fourth, hemp seeds are packed with anti-inflammatory fats. They are uniquely high in gamma-linolenic acid, or GLA, and alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. These are two powerful, anti-inflammatory omega-3 fats that work to reduce joint pain, lower cortisol, and support hormone balance. To use these seeds to your advantage, here is how. How much should you eat? Start with 3 tablespoons daily, which provides about 10 grams of protein. For a more therapeutic muscle rebuilding approach, you can go up to 6 tablespoons per day, split across 2 meals. The best time to eat them is post-workout, or within 30 minutes of your first meal of the day. And critically, what should you avoid? Do not heat hemp seeds at high temperatures. The heat will destroy the fragile amino acids and the beneficial omega-3s. Here is something almost no one talks about when it comes to muscle health. You can eat clean, you can exercise regularly, and you can even hit your protein goals. But if your body is inflamed, you are still breaking down more muscle than you are building. You see, inflammation does not just cause joint pain or fatigue, it directly blocks muscle growth at the cellular level. As we age, especially after 50, we tend to enter a state that scientists call inflammaging. This describes a low-grade, chronic inflammation that persists in the body. It is caused by poor mitochondrial function, increased visceral fat, gut dysbiosis, and elevated blood glucose, among other things. The problem is that this inflammation activates catabolic pathways. These pathways, in turn, increase muscle breakdown and actively suppress muscle protein synthesis. This is not theory, it is documented. A 2022 study found that elevated inflammatory markers were strongly correlated with accelerated sarcopenia, and this was true regardless of the protein intake of the individuals. Now, this is precisely where hemp seeds shine. Because unlike many other protein sources, hemp seeds do not just feed the muscle, they also work to calm the fire of inflammation. Here is how they do it. They are rich in both omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids in a perfect ratio. Hemp seeds contain both alpha-linolenic acid and gamma-linolenic acid. Unlike the omega-6 rich vegetable oils that are known to cause inflammation, the specific omega-6 in hemp, gamma-linolenic acid, is actually anti-inflammatory. Hemp seeds also support your body's endocannabinoid system. This system is responsible for regulating pain, inflammation, and your stress responses. This translates to less cortisol, better recovery, and more muscle preservation. Furthermore, they improve gut health, which is where most inflammation begins. Hemp seeds are rich in prebiotic fiber, which helps to feed good bacteria and reduce leaky gut, a key trigger of systemic inflammation. Finally, they are high in magnesium, zinc, and vitamin E. All 3 of these nutrients are critical anti-inflammatories, and most older adults are deficient in them. You now know that hemp seeds are a complete, bioavailable, and anti-inflammatory protein source, ideal for restoring muscle as you age. But here is something critical. When and how you eat them is just as important as the food itself. You see, your body does not just passively absorb protein throughout the entire day. It has specific windows of opportunity, periods where nutrient uptake into the muscle is optimized. These windows are driven by hormones, by insulin sensitivity, and by circadian rhythm. And for seniors over the age of 60, timing is everything. This is because your body has a smaller anabolic window and a lower sensitivity to protein. So, when is the best time to eat hemp seeds for maximum muscle growth? The first, and most important, window is within 30 minutes of light resistance movement. This is the time when your muscles are open, blood flow is high, and nutrient transport is optimized. Even a short 5-minute walk, some bodyweight squats, or climbing stairs activates the GLUT4 transporters in your muscle cells. This allows amino acids to flood into the tissue and stimulate repair. A study from 2022 found that protein intake within 30 to 60 minutes after physical activity led to a 25% greater muscle protein synthesis response in older adults versus those who delayed their intake. The second key window is at the first meal of the day. Contrary to popular belief, breakfast matters more for seniors than for younger adults. This is because your cortisol is high in the morning, and muscle breakdown, which is catabolism, is highly active. By adding hemp seeds to your very first meal, you effectively switch off that cortisol-driven catabolism and signal your body to begin anabolic repair. A third potential window is before bed, but this comes with a condition. Only if you are active. If you have had an active day, adding 1 to 2 tablespoons of hemp before bed can provide slow-release amino acids to support overnight repair. What should you not do? Do not just sprinkle hemp seeds randomly on cereal or yogurt and expect big results. They must be paired with the right metabolic conditions, and do not rely on tiny servings. 1 teaspoon will not do much. You need therapeutic amounts, at least 2.5 to 3 tablespoons per dose, to hit that 2 to 3 gram leucine threshold that activates your body's muscle growth switch. If you are over 60, or even over 50, the real danger is not just losing your strength. It is losing your metabolic engine. And that process starts in your muscles. Because remember, muscle is not just tissue, it is an organ of longevity. More muscle means better insulin sensitivity. It means more mitochondrial power, better hormone balance, stronger bones, and faster fat burning, even while you sleep. And yes, sarcopenia is real, but it is also reversible when you address the root causes. So, let me walk you through a simple daily protocol. This is not a fitness program, it is a biological reset plan to retrain your body to build and hold on to lean muscle the way it used to. In the morning, your goal is to switch off catabolism and kickstart repair. First, hydrate before food. 1 glass of water with a pinch of sea salt plus a splash of lemon. This replenishes minerals, hydrates your cells, and prepares your gut for nutrient absorption. Second, movement before meals. 10 to 15 minutes of gentle movement, walking, resistance bands, bodyweight squats. This activates the GLUT4 transporters in your muscle, making it more responsive. Third, your first meal, the muscle priming breakfast. This meal includes 2 to 3 tablespoons of hemp hearts, 1 tablespoon of chia or flaxseed, a handful of berries, and perhaps a small handful of greens. This meal is designed to reduce inflammation and supply complete amino acids with a minimal insulin response. At midday, you feed the muscle and calm the fire. Lunch should consist of clean protein, fiber, and healthy fats. An example would be a wild salmon salad with olive oil, arugula, and a hemp seed sprinkle, or perhaps cooked lentils with steamed greens, garlic, turmeric, and 2 tablespoons of hemp hearts. In the evening, the focus shifts to repair mode. Your dinner should be anti-inflammatory and recovery-focused. Think steamed vegetables with an olive oil drizzle, your protein of choice, and natural inflammation blockers like turmeric, basil, or ginger. Finally, there are key supporting nutrients. These are optional but powerful. Magnesium, 400 to 500 milligrams at night, improves sleep and relaxes muscles. Vitamin D3 plus K2, taken in the morning, is critical for muscle function. And zinc, 10 to 20 milligrams with food, helps with muscle repair. I want to leave you with one powerful truth. You are not too old, you are not too weak, and you are definitely not beyond repair. We have been told, for far too long, that muscle loss is just a part of aging. We have been told that fatigue is inevitable. We have been told that the body just cannot rebuild after the age of 60. But the science, and the experience with thousands of patients, shows the opposite. When you give your body the right signals, it responds. It responds even at 70, and even at 80. You now know the truth. Hemp seeds are not just some trendy health food. They are a metabolic signal. They are rich in complete protein, packed with anti-inflammatory fats, and full of muscle-saving nutrients that turn on anabolism, especially in aging bodies. The absolute key is consistency. This is not about what you eat one time. It is about what you build into your daily rhythm. And now, you have the blueprint. Use hemp seeds daily for a steady supply of amino acids. Time your protein intake around your movement. Work to eliminate chronic inflammation from your food and your lifestyle. Get deep, restorative sleep. And give your muscles a reason to stay through simple, daily movement. This journey is not about six-pack abs. It is about being able to stand up from a chair without pain. It is about being able to walk to the store without fatigue. It is about lifting your grandchild with confidence and living your life with strength, stability, and independence. So, I have a challenge for you. Start today. Not next week, not after your next blood test. Add 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds to your first meal tomorrow. Take a walk, stretch your legs, and feel your body respond, even if it is subtle, because your body is listening, and when you give it the right message, it will rebuild. Muscle is not just for youth. It is your key to healthy aging, metabolic freedom, and a stronger future. You have what it takes.